I'm going to show you how to attach a roof or create the roof for your affordable home plan. The first thing you need to do is make sure on the architecture tab, go ahead and click roof. A couple of ways you can choose the lines that are going to define the roof. You can choose walls, or you can actually sketch lines on your own. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and just use the walls to define my geometry. And so I'm just clicking on the walls, and it's adding in the geometry lines that are going to define my roof. Once you have those lines defined, you're going to have to figure out which ones should define slope. And in this case, I'm going to want the front and back of my house lines to define the slope. That will put a gable end on either side of my house. So I'll go ahead and change the pitch of that to 5 and 12 for Habitat for Humanity optimal guidelines for roof pitch. Go ahead and change those two. And once you have your roof defined, you have your overhang figured out the way you want it, your slopes are defined, you want to make sure that you change the base level to the roof and go ahead and click to create the roof. And it's going to ask you if you want to attach it to the highlighted walls. Go ahead and click OK. And then we can look at what we created in 3D view. We should have a roof with gable ends on each side, which we do, at a 5 and 12 pitch. So that's exactly what we want. One thing you might want to do is go ahead and make sure that you have a wood rafter, an 8-inch wood rafter with an asphalt shingle on it. So that takes care of our first roof. We're going to add another roof over here for our porch. And so I'll go ahead and click to close this and go back to my floor plan. And I'm going to create another roof now for our porch. This time I'm just going to use lines to do it. And so I'll click and drag some lines around where I want my roof to be created. So I want it to line up with the other roof. You might have to zoom in a little bit to make sure it lines up the way you want. Sometimes it's difficult to get that to snap in, so sometimes it's beneficial if you just zoom in. This roof is going to be a shed roof that kind of just butts into our other roof, and so I'm going to go ahead and change the slope of this one side. I'm going to make it a 2 and 12 pitch, and so it's a less of a pitch, so it'll intersect our other roof that we have up here. Go ahead and finish it and see what we came up with. If you notice here, if I show you my 3D view, it's a common mistake. Again, I didn't tell it what level I wanted my roof to be on, so I can fix that really easy by selecting it and changing the base level to roof. It'll bump that roof up for me to the right level. I can kind of zoom or pan around here and see what I have. It's exactly what I want. The next step is to go ahead and make this roof fit back into and cut back into the other roof. So to do that, you use under the geometry tools, join roofs, and I just have to click on the roof that I want and click on the roof that it intersects with, and it'll bring back that geometry for you. Again, make sure that you have 8-inch wood rafter with an asphalt shingle for your type of roof. That basically shows you how to create roofs for your affordable home plan.